It is a cool and rainy evening at the Dicey Cantina pub as a pair of stormy eyes come striding in through the open door. His wide-brimmed hat and oil-slick coat keep the rain away, while between his teeth, under a bushy brown mustache, he clenches his pipe. Professor Penwise Pickleson surveys the clientele, looking for a new conversation. He spots a young man sitting alone at a table, wearing an olive uniform with a red sash, a fresh recruit to the Glenick Merchant Marines, a unit Penwise once served in. He motions to Brack to bring a couple of extra pints and makes his way over to the young man.
Look lively, soldier. You have another one coming in.
Oh, what? Oh, hi. I didn't see you there.
No, you were looking far off, and it looks like you're deep into that pint. Here, I have a fresh one for you. May I sit down with you?
Sure, thank you, Mr.
Pickleson.
Mr. Pickleson. Hi, I'm Roderick.
Nice to meet you, Roderick. You may call me Penny, please.
Oh, okay.
It looks like you might be shipping out soon.
Yeah. It was this or the docks, and so I just, thought, what's a little adventure, right?
I think you made a great decision. Going out on the seas and seeing new places, it'll be wonderful for you. It was great for me.
Oh.
Yes, I served also. At times it feels like I still am serving.
I just signed up and they're shipping me out. I honestly don't even know what to expect.
You'll find out how it is.
Did they ever explain why we work for the Klon Trading Company, but we are from Glenick?
Sometimes. But most of the time, we just get shipped off with them. We look good, and we fight better, and we make sure there's no pirates.
Do you think there's going to be pirates out there?
Oh, there's some nice pirates out there, I'm sure there's got to be, You'll find them in the different cantinas throughout the world.
Do you ever have to sail out, to the far west?
Oh, well, yes.
How far did you go?
Well, there was a place called Port Cole. That's as far west as I went.
Port Cole? I don't know if I heard of that.
You probably won't. As of, not too long ago, it kind of burned. Brack, another round, Brack, please.
Oh, thank you.
Me.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Did you run into Farlanders?
Well, what happened, Port Cole was a nice little port. They had established enough around us that they started having their own flocks. They were bringing in pelts and bales of wool, things like that sort. Surveys were coming in. And then one day, it just seemed like it dried up. Reports weren't coming in. We'd go out, and the camps would be empty. And we'd go out to another camp, and it would be empty. And men started disappearing, which, when a person leaves, it happens. You'll see it happen. But then having all those people leave. And then it put us all on edge. The next ship wasn't coming in for some time. And it's almost as if they were paying attention to our routine. Because one day, it seemed like there was more men than usual. That was a bloody day. Turns out the Farlanders they were taking our men, and they stripped them of their gear. They put their gear on, and they infiltrated our fort. And it was that day that men turned on men and fired on each other, realizing that it was the Farlanders had infiltrated. They had worn our own uniforms and our own suits in and attacked us in hand-to-hand combat, which was their specialty. Considering they didn't have the guns and the gunpowders like we did, well, we could keep them at bay and pick them off from afar, but with them not having our guns, our long rifles available, well, it came down to sabers and sidearms.
How did you get away?
I didn't. I ended up blowing up the whole place. I had to. It came down to setting charges against the walls as they were starting to pour over them. I had set the charges, blew it up, And for a moment, it was probably, I'll say there was silence, but it was probably just because the bill was so loud it deafened me for a time. But that was the turning point of the battle. It must have been, they were worried that next shipment would come in for us. And as a matter of fact, I think that's what saved us that day was the sound of our own cannons firing over top of us. They came to port that day early. Weather was in our favor, in their favor, our favor. So while the port burned, they laid fire into it, so now the Farlanders were gone. Not many of us survived. But, in the end, we won the day. We were the ones who survived. We were the ones who made it home.
I don't think I want to disappear. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Oh.
Maybe I would have been safer on the docks.
Oh, no, you don't want to go on the docks. That's where you will guarantee to disappear if you're not careful. Of course, like you can say that just about anything, son, is if you're not careful with your soul and minding it, and with your heart and not minding it, it'll get lost no matter where you're at, whether you're in battle, on a ship, hauling boxes in the warehouses at the docks, looking over there at our friend Brack, or just serving. If you don't mind yourself, you could get lost in any of it, and lose yourself in any of it.
I think I need another drink.
Oh, definitely need another drink.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brack. I would say, though, that the best thing to come out of that, we stopped at this wonderful port on the way home with these white sandy beaches. It was warm. They had rum. It was sweet.
Welcome to the Foxglove Letters, a thrilling gaslamp fantasy RPG actual play podcast set in our custom world of Eithne. Follow the adventures of our analytical-minded Lord Luther Lockwood, a former military man turned minder, Penwise Pickleson, our idealistic academic, James McCullough, and our dreamer longing for adventure, Ivy Cunningham. They will journey from the bustling docks of Ealanwick, travel the shores of Breath, and brave the passes of the Glenick Peaks. Our heroes will encounter unknown dangers, strange creatures, and discover secrets that have been hidden away for centuries. Will they be able to unravel these myths and mysteries of Eithne, or will they fall victim to the unseen dangers that await them? Tune in starting April 30th to find out. The Foxglove Letters is a production of Dicey Cantina. Subscribe with your favorite podcatcher and on YouTube to follow our heroes on their epic adventure. And as always, find out more on diceycantina.com. We'll see you there.